In Cedar Falls, Iowa, they call it a quiet neighborhood. Middle-class homes, trimmed hedges, and porch lights always on. But inside one of them, a man was executed in the middle of the night. His body staged like a ritual. His wedding ring removed, and his wife never seen again. She said she loved him. She took vows, but something darker lived behind Kelsey Whitmore's smile. And when the lights went out, it came home. On October 19, 2019, at exactly 5:42 p.m., police responded to a welfare call after Daniel Whitmore, 38, retired veteran, missed his nephew's birthday party. What they found inside was a scene they still don't talk about without flinching. Daniel laid face down on his living room floor, arms by his side, and his head turned unnaturally left, as if he was watching something, even in death. A single bullet wound pierced the back of his skull. The blood had pooled beneath him, thick, cooled, and partly clotted. There is no sign of forced entry, no broken windows, nothing taken, but something had been added. Placed on the dining table was a melted candle in the shape of a heart, still warm. It wasn't there the day before. Daniel's wedding ring was missing. His wife, Kelsey, was nowhere to be found. Kelsey Whitmore was a registered trauma nurse with no criminal record and seemingly spotless life, but coworkers described her as off, not mean, not kind, just hollow. The marriage came fast, 6 months from meeting to vows. Kelsey refused a church ceremony. She hated cameras, and she kept her past life quiet. What police found in her closet was even more strange. Hidden behind stacks of old hospital files, a sealed shoebox filled with burned photographs. Faces were scratched out, some of Daniel, some unknown. One had a phrase scrawled across the back in red ink. They never stay long enough to rot. Police also discovered a burner phone in the home's attic. On it, a single video, just 5 seconds long. It showed a person standing at the end of the couple's hallway at night, barely visible, just a silhouette watching Daniel sleep from the doorway. Kelsey didn't attend the funeral. She didn't call Daniel's family. In fact, her last verified sighting was captured on Ring camera footage at 1:42 a.m., the night of the murder. She pulled into the driveway, and 10 minutes later, she was gone. Days later, her car was found abandoned in Omaha. Inside were the following: one blood-stained hoodie, a pair of surgical gloves, and an unmailed postcard that simply read, "It had to be you." There were no fingerprints, not even hers. It was as if she never existed. Then came the whisperers, reports that Kelsey had used other names in the past. One nurse remembered a moment at the hospital when a patient began screaming after seeing Kelsey's face. "She was in my house. She stood over my bed." That patient died of cardiac arrest 2 days later. Investigators uncovered something chilling from Daniel's phone, a voice memo recorded just 2 weeks before his murder. Daniel's voice: "Something's wrong with her. She watches me sleep. She cuts her hair in the middle of the night. Last night she was whispering to the mirror for 20 minutes and didn't blink." The case turned darker. There were no fingerprints at the scene, not even Daniel's own. The house had been scrubbed clean, except for one spot, behind the mirror in the bathroom. There, detectives found fingerprints belonging to an unidentified woman from an assault case in 2007. The case has never been solved. The implication? Kelsey wasn't her real name. Maybe she never existed at all. Online sleuths and ex-coworkers began sharing theories. Some claim Kelsey was part of a traveling identity cult. Others believe she had dissociative identity disorder, and one personality may have killed Daniel. One neighbor said she saw Kelsey digging in her backyard at 3 a.m. with no shoes on. When asked what she was doing, Kelsey reportedly replied, "Burying who I used to be." To this day, her body has never been found. No bank records, no flight logs, but the burner phone registered 2 logins from Vancouver, British Columbia, 6 months apart. Daniel Whitmore deserved truth, closure, justice. Instead, his memory sits in a file drawer labeled Cold Case. And somewhere out there, Kelsey Whitmore, or whatever her name she's wearing now, might just be watching someone else sleep. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.